Imam Sahib, returning to the topic of Ramzan and how to maximize benefits from this blessed month, one topic that is often discussed amongst Muslims is that, and perhaps there is a perception that Ramzan or the daily fast is not complete if one does not offer Taraweeh prayer. And yet at the same time there are large Muslims who maybe do not offer Taraweeh prayer but focus more on the Tahajjud prayer in the morning. Could you perhaps explain what the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat viewpoint is on this subject?
Well, the thing is that we should take according to the fixed priorities by the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So far as comparing Tahajjud and Taraweeh together is, one thing is definite, that the Taraweeh prayer is in no way a substitute for Tahajjud prayer. The real prayer which the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam followed throughout his lifetime and which has been mentioned in the Holy Quran specifically, that is the Tahajjud prayer. And this was the prayer which the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was very particular, and regularly throughout his lifetime he observed that. And according to the established reliable traditions, every day he used to get up early in the morning and offer 8 rakats of Tahajjud prayer in parts of 2, groups of 2, 2 plus 2, then 2 plus 2, like this, 8, and followed by 3 rakats of fitr. This was his normal routine, established routine, which has been mentioned by Hazrat Aisha Siddiqa Radhiyallahu Ta'ala Anha and also by other wives. So this is the most important thing, and that carries the maximum reward and benefit according to the Holy Quran and according to the Hadith that is there. Now Taraweeh prayer is something which was initially, it is mentioned, it is there in Hadith, that it was started in a way that the Holy Prophet ﷺ came, and the Sahaba was also there, so he led the prayer during the Ramzan. So after conducting it one day, next day more people came. The third day the mosque was full and it was overflowing there. So when he felt this, then he discontinued that one. So he did not continue with this Taraweeh prayer at all like this. Later on, during the period of Hazrat Umar Radhiyallahu Ta'ala Anhu, was a Khalifa of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, he thought that while the people are offering the prayer separately here and there, alone, singly in the mosque, why not they should get together and offer, and somebody should recite the whole Quran before them. So that is how it started. So it is a tradition of the Khalifa of the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. As such, it says, carries all the respect and honor. But it should not be taken in this way, as sometimes wrongly it is taken, that people become too much particular about the Taraweeh prayer. So much so that some of them, they believe that if we don't offer the Taraweeh prayer, our fast is incomplete. That is totally wrong. That is not the way. It is actually meant for those people who can, on top of the Tahajjud prayer, also would like to join the Taraweeh prayer, an additional prayer, additional Nafil prayer, and have the benefit of somebody reciting the whole Quran, 1/30th of the Quran in one night, because listening of the Holy Quran is also a sunnah of the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. It was revealed upon him, but he occasionally used to ask his companion, please recite something to me. So listening the Holy Quran by a Qari, by a Hafiz in a melodious voice is also a great enjoyment and benefit as well, because those who know the meaning, they can also follow the subject mentioned therein. So it is very good for people to join, but not at the cost of missing the Tahajjud prayer. If they are very sure that they are going to observe the Tahajjud prayer, well and good, then of course they should be most welcome and they can do it. So this is the comparison we have to very clear. I mean, it is good thing, but not it should be done in that way that without that the fast is not complete, and moreover we should just do that one and forget the Tahajjud, which is much more important than that.
Yes, also you said that what is the practice of the Ahmadiyya Jamaat in this regard, how we see all these things. So I would like to say that Ahmadiyyat is nothing but true Islam. And as the Holy Quran says, in kuntum tuhibbuna Allah fattabi'uni, that if you love Allah, then you should follow the example of Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So whatever we do, always see the Sunnah of Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And in this regard, as Imam Sahib has explained, that what was the practice of Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? Throughout his life, he was offering Tahajjud prayer. And as far as the Taraweehs are concerned, they were started in the time of Hazrat Umar Radhiyallahu Ta'ala, as we are doing in these days. So we do not undermine the importance of Taraweeh, because that also has some benefit there. Because after all, people are listening to the Holy Quran. This is a very good opportunity which is provided. And the Holy Prophet ﷺ also said, "Alaikum bi sunnati wa sunnatul khulafa'i ar-rashidin al-mahdiyyin." It is incumbent upon you to follow my sunnah and the sunnah of my khulafa, upright successors. So because Hazrat Umar radiallahu ta'ala is also a upright successor, and he started a good practice in Islam, and in fact it has encouraged people to memorize the Holy Quran so that they can lead in the Taraweeh prayer. Then it has provided the opportunity for millions of people to listen to the Holy Quran. So we should take benefit from both of them. Try, if possible, we should attend the Taraweeh prayer, and also we should offer Tahajjud prayer, but not at the cost of Tahajjud prayer. Tahajjud prayer is first, because that was done by Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa throughout his life.
Can I bring in one question which somebody asked me the other day? He asked that, when somebody is leading the Taraweeh prayer, Hafiz is there who has memorized the whole Quran, but sometime it may happen that he may forget somewhere. So is it permissible that somebody behind him should have a copy of the Holy Quran in his hand, and just as one of the followers he should stand behind the Imam, and if the Hafiz, the Imam, forgets that, then he can make use of that and tell that? This practice is not correct, because this is not in line with the real spirit which Allah Almighty has mentioned in the Holy Quran. As Bajo Sahib has just mentioned, Ahmadiyya Jamaat, we always follow what is actually given to us by way of guidance in the Holy Quran, or it has been explained to us by the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. These are the sources of guidance for us. So therefore, the Holy Quran says in one place, "Faqra'u ma tayassara min al-Quran," that whatever easily you can recite from the Holy Quran, you recite that. So if the Hafiz can recite very well, well and good, he should be requested to lead the prayer. But if he cannot or he forgets, then it is it. But for somebody else to stand behind with a copy of the Holy Quran in the hand, that is like, as we say, takalluf. It is going all the way. The person would be just going through these verses and taking care of the thing that he is not making a mistake and giving his intervention here and there, and that will be the whole thing. He will not actually be benefiting from this exercise at all. So this is not in line with that natural way of reciting and listening to the Holy Quran which has been prescribed in Holy Quran.
Jazakallah.